Hey guys, welcome to this video where I'll be showing you how to use Asana, a complete guide for beginners. Whether you're managing personal tasks or working with a team, this video will help you get started and stay organized. Make sure to check the description below for a full breakdown and timestamps for each section of the video so you can easily jump to the part you're interested in. Asana is a powerful tool, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to use it to boost your productivity. So let's dive in and get started. First, open Google Chrome or any web browser that you prefer. In the search bar at the top, type Asana and hit enter. From the search results, look for the official Asana website. It should be at the top and say something like asana.com. Go ahead and click on that to open the site. Once you're on the Asana homepage, the first thing we need to do is create your Asana account. So look at the top right corner of the screen, you'll see a button that says Get Started. Click on that to begin the sign-up process. Now, Asana will ask you how you want to sign up. If you have a company or work email, you can use that to create your account, or if you want a quicker option, you can simply sign up using your Gmail account, which is what I'm going to do here. So I'll click Continue with Google, and then select the Google account I want to use. Next, Asana will ask for your full name. Just type it in and move on to the next step. Now it's time to personalize your profile a little. You'll see a small camera icon. Click on it to upload a profile picture. A window will pop up allowing you to choose a picture from your computer. Select the one you like and then click OK to upload it. After your photo uploads, click on Continue. You might see a couple more Continue buttons after this. Just click them to move forward through the setup process. Now comes a section where Asana wants to learn more about how you'll be using the platform. First, you'll be asked to select your role. This could be something like manager, team member, or freelancer. Choose the one that fits you best. Then you'll be asked what function best describes your work. This helps Asana tailor the experience to your needs. Pick the one that's closest to your field, like marketing, operations, product management, etc. After that, choose what you want to achieve with Asana. For example, maybe you want to organize projects better, collaborate with your team, or just track your tasks more effectively. Select your preferences and click Continue. Now it's time to set up your first project. Give your project a name. It could be anything like marketing plan, client onboarding, or even my personal goals. Enter the name and click Continue. Next, you'll be asked to add some tasks to your project. These are basically to-do items you want to complete as part of the project. Asana gives you 3 lines to start with, so write down 3 things you need to get done for this project. You can always add more tasks later. Click Continue again. Now Asana wants to know how you prefer to manage your tasks. This could involve assigning tasks to team members, setting due dates, or adding extra details like subtasks and notes. Fill out the information in this section according to how you plan to use Asana. And once again, click Continue. After that, you'll be shown a few layout options. These determine how your tasks and projects are displayed. You can choose from layouts like list, board, calendar, or timeline. Let me see, I think I'll go with the list option as it's great for keeping things simple and organized. But remember, you can always change the layout later if you change your mind. Click Continue one more time. Now we're at the final setup step. Asana lets you invite teammates to collaborate on your project. You can do this by entering their email addresses. I'm going to invite 2 friends, so I'll type in both of their emails and then click on Take me to my project. The system might take a little time to process everything and set up your dashboard. Just wait a few seconds and that's it. Your Asana account is now created, your first project is set up, and you're ready to start managing your tasks like a pro. To start personalizing your experience within Asana, you'll want to head to the upper right-hand corner of your screen where you can find your profile picture. This is typically a small circular icon and represents your account. Clicking on this icon will open up a drop-down menu that includes several options that help you manage your Asana settings and preferences. From that drop-down menu, select the option labeled Profile. This will take you directly into your profile settings area, where a range of customization options are available. Once you're in your profile settings, glance over to the right-hand side of the screen. Here you'll find an option that says Invite Teammates. This function is incredibly useful if you're collaborating with others or managing a team. Click on that option and a panel will appear that lets you input email addresses. This is where you can invite your teammates or collaborators by entering their email. It's a straightforward process. Simply type in the email address of the person you wish to invite and double check for accuracy. Once you've entered the email address, click the send button. This will trigger an automatic email invitation that Asana sends to your teammate. After they receive and accept the invitation, they'll be officially added to your workspace or organization. This is especially helpful when setting up a new team or when onboarding someone into an existing workflow. After inviting your teammates, you can return to the main profile screen by clicking the back button or using the navigation bar. At this point, you'll notice just below your name there's an editable field for your job title. This field is a great way to let your colleagues know what you do in the organization. Whether you're a software developer, project manager, marketing specialist, or content strategist, entering your title here helps create clarity. It can also help team members understand your role when they're assigning tasks or reading through comments. Not only can you add or change your job title, but you can also modify your display name. This is the name that appears throughout Asana, such as in task assignments, comments, and updates, so you'll want to ensure it reflects how you want to be addressed by your team. You can enter your full name, a nickname, or any name that makes sense within your team culture. Below the job title field, you'll see another space labeled for your department or team. This allows you to indicate the specific group within the organization that you're part of. For example, you might enter engineering, sales, customer support, or design. This helps with filtering and searching, particularly in larger companies where team members may not all know one another. You'll also find a section dedicated to defining your role in a bit more detail. This is where you can add a short description of what you do. It's not the same as your job title, but more of a summary. For instance, if your title is marketing manager, your role might be described as oversees all inbound and content marketing campaigns, including SEO and social media. This context is helpful for new team members who are still learning who's who. In addition to defining your role, there's also an About Me section. This is a short biography or personal introduction where you can tell others more about yourself. You might want to mention your experience, your main responsibilities, or even fun facts or interests outside of work. This section is particularly useful in remote or distributed teams where you might not have daily face-to-face interactions. It humanizes the workspace and helps people feel more connected. If you're planning on taking some time off, Asana has an option for setting your status to out of office. Turning this on allows you to select your first day away and your expected return date. This way, anyone who views your profile or tries to assign you a task will know you're unavailable. There's also an option to send automatic notifications during this period. If you choose to enable it, your teammates will be notified that you're away, which can help avoid confusion or missed deadlines. You can customize these notifications to be as informative as needed. Next, you can navigate to the notification settings by clicking the Notifications tab at the top of your profile area. This is where you take full control of how and when Asana contacts you. First, you'll see the option to enable browser notifications. By clicking Allow, you give Asana permission to show you pop-up alerts right in your browser window. These can notify you of new tasks, mentions, deadlines, and more. It's a great way to stay updated without constantly refreshing your dashboard. Asana also integrates directly with popular communication platforms like Slack. By linking your Asana account with Slack, you can receive real-time updates inside your Slack channels or direct messages. These might include task assignments, due date reminders, or updates to projects you're following. This integration is especially powerful if you already use Slack as your main team communication tool, as it brings your tasks and chats together. Similarly, if your organization uses Microsoft Teams, you can connect your Asana account to that platform as well. The integration works in a similar fashion, pushing task and project updates into your team's workspace. This helps ensure that everyone stays on the same page regardless of which platform they prefer to use throughout the day. Notifications can also be fine-tuned for individual projects. If you're only involved in a few specific initiatives, you can set your notification preferences to only alert you about updates in those areas. The same applies to portfolios and broader team-wide communications. You can also manage email notifications, deciding whether you want task comments or project updates sent directly to your inbox. There's a Do Not Disturb option too, where you can mute notifications during certain hours or days, giving you uninterrupted focus time. If you often receive work-related emails that you'd like to turn into tasks, Asana allows you to use email forwarding. This means you can create tasks directly from your email account. In the Email Forwarding tab, you can set up and authorize your email address to send tasks into Asana. Simply forwarding an email to a unique Asana-generated address will automatically create a new task in your chosen workspace or project. This streamlines the process of turning conversations into action items. The Account tab is another important area. Here you can view and manage the different organizations and workspaces you're a part of. If you're juggling multiple teams, this tab lets you switch between them, join new ones or leave old ones. You can also manage the email addresses associated with your Asana account, especially if you use multiple emails for different teams. For added security, Asana offers two-factor authentication. When enabled, this feature requires you to enter a verification code in addition to your password. It's a simple step that significantly boosts the security of your account. In the Display tab, you can change the appearance of Asana to suit your preferences. There are several themes to choose from, including a classic light mode, a sleek dark mode, and colorful themes that add a bit of personality to your workspace. You can also modify the color of the sidebar and the top navigation bar, which helps make the interface feel more aligned with your style or company branding. Asana also supports a variety of languages, and you can select your preferred one from this tab. This setting will adjust the language across the platform, making it easier to navigate and understand the tool. You also have the option to choose which day your week starts on. Whether it's Sunday, Monday, or another day, this preference will be reflected in your calendar and timeline views, helping you stay aligned with regional workweek conventions or personal habits. Beyond the display settings, Asana includes an advanced tab that offers even more customization for users who want finer control over how the platform works. Within this section, you'll find a variety of settings that enable or disable specific features that might affect your user experience. For example, you might want to toggle on keyboard shortcuts to improve efficiency if you prefer navigating with the keyboard rather than the mouse. There are also options related to how tasks are completed and whether or not certain animations or confirmations appear. These small settings can seem minor on the surface, but when customized to your preferences, they can significantly enhance your productivity and reduce unnecessary distractions during your workflow. You'll also find options here related to how tasks behave when marked complete. Some people prefer that completed tasks disappear from view immediately to maintain a clean and focused interface, while others may want them to remain visible for reference or future review. You can control these visual preferences here. Additionally, you may see experimental features in this area that Asana is testing or gradually rolling out to users. Depending on your access level, you can opt in to try these features early and provide feedback. These advanced tools are particularly useful for power users or teams that rely heavily on complex workflows and need every efficiency possible. Once you've adjusted your advanced preferences, you can navigate to the Apps tab. This section is especially valuable if you're interested in expanding your Asana functionality through external integrations. You'll find options here to download the Asana desktop application for your PC or Mac, as well as links to the mobile app on iOS or Android. These native apps offer the same powerful features found in the browser version of Asana, but with the added benefit of system-level notifications and offline capabilities. If you frequently switch between devices, having the app installed ensures you can stay connected to your tasks no matter where you are. But beyond Asana's native applications, the Apps tab also allows you to explore a growing library of integrations with third-party tools. This includes popular platforms like Google Drive, Dropbox, Zoom, Adobe Creative Cloud, Salesforce, Jira, and many more. These integrations can supercharge your workflow by allowing you to attach documents, schedule meetings, or link project updates from other systems, all from within the Asana interface. The discoverability of these apps is simple too. You can search by function, category, or keyword, making it easy to find exactly what you're looking for. You'll also see a section listing any apps you've already authorized. This is where you can manage these connections, revoke access for tools you no longer use, or troubleshoot any issues with syncing or data flow. If you're part of an IT department or manage tools for your team, this view gives you visibility into which external apps are active in your Asana environment. It also allows you to add new integrations on the fly, ensuring that your team is always using the best tools available to them. Next, we move on to a lesser known but incredibly powerful area of Asana known as the Hacks tab. This is a special section dedicated to experimental and optional features that can enhance or slightly modify how Asana behaves. Think of these as optional boosts to your productivity, features that aren't necessarily core to the platform, but can make a significant difference for the right user. One example is the extra daylight setting, which adjusts visual spacing and theme contrast to make the interface feel lighter or more spacious. It's a small touch but can be very pleasing on the eyes during long working hours. Another popular hack is the ability to enable recurring tasks directly within the My Tasks section. This allows you to set up tasks that repeat on a regular basis, such as weekly check-ins, monthly reports or daily stand-up meetings. Instead of having to manually recreate these tasks every time, you can automate them so they appear at the correct intervals. There's also an option to disable notifications for tasks that are just starting or nearing their due date. Perfect if you prefer to check your task list proactively rather than being pinged every time a deadline approaches. Once you've explored all the hacks and made your desired selections, you'll need to click the Reload button. This refreshes the platform and applies all of the changes you've made. It's a quick process, usually taking only a second or two, and ensures your custom settings take effect right away. If something doesn't look right afterward, you can always return to the same tab and adjust settings again. By the time you've configured all these settings, from your profile details and notifications to integrations, themes and advanced options, you'll have created an Asana environment that works exactly the way you need it to. Whether you're managing a small team or operating at an enterprise level, these features allow you to streamline communication, reduce friction, and focus more time on doing great work instead of managing tasks. Using Asana to its full potential is all about personalization. The platform is built to be flexible so that individuals, teams, and entire organizations can shape it around their preferred ways of working. It doesn't matter if you're handling marketing campaigns, software sprints, customer support tickets, or HR onboarding, Asana can be molded to support any process. The key is to spend time exploring each setting and understanding how it affects your day-to-day activity within the platform. After that, you're ready to dive into your workday with a setup that's tailored, optimized, and designed specifically for you. Whether you're leading a project, collaborating across teams, or just keeping track of personal goals, your customized settings will make every interaction smoother and more efficient. If you continue to use Asana and revisit these options from time to time, you'll stay up to date with new features, improvements, and capabilities that can enhance your productivity even further. Remember, the more you explore and tweak the platform, the more comfortable and empowered you'll feel using it. Once you're done adjusting your profile settings and notification preferences, the next step is to head back to the home page where you'll find an overview of your workspace and tools. From here, you can navigate to different sections of Asana depending on what you'd like to do next. On the right side of the home page, you'll see the team option. Clicking on this opens up your team panel where you can view all the teams you're part of. You also have the ability to sort teams based on your preferences. For better organization and quick access, you can sort the teams either by custom order, which allows you to manually arrange them based on priority or frequency of use, or alphabetically, which is helpful if you're managing a large number of teams and want to find a specific one quickly. After reviewing your teams, you can click on My Workspace to focus on your individual or shared workspace. Within this section, you'll find the option to invite teammates, which helps you grow your team and improve collaboration. You'll also see an option to create a new project, and this is where things start to get really exciting. When you're ready to kick off something new, you click on the Create Project button. This brings up a project creation window that gives you several choices depending on how you want to start. If you already have a project plan built somewhere else, such as in a spreadsheet or a different project management tool, you can import your existing project directly into Asana. This saves time and ensures that all your current work is centralized in one place. On the other hand, if you're starting from scratch or want to take advantage of proven workflows, you can opt to use one of Asana's built-in templates. These templates are designed for a variety of common business needs and team functions. Whether you're running a marketing campaign, managing a software development sprint, or planning an event, there's likely a template that suits your needs. If none of the templates match what you're looking for, or if you prefer a completely blank canvas, you also have the option to create a blank project. In this scenario, you build everything from the ground up, defining each task, section, and view according to your specific needs. For this walkthrough, I'll choose to use a template because it streamlines the setup process and provides a useful structure from the start. So I go ahead and click on the Use Template option, and Asana then directs me to a selection screen. At this point, I'm asked where I want to create the project in my workspace or under a specific team. You can choose to create a project under all teams if you want a broader scope, or just under my workspace if you want to keep the project limited. For this example, I'll go ahead and select my workspace to keep everything simple and centralized. After selecting the location, it's time to give the project a name. Naming your project clearly is important because it helps everyone involved understand the purpose of the work at a glance. Whether it's product launch Q3, website redesign, or client onboarding process, a good project name ensures clarity and sets the tone for your team's collaboration. After entering the project name, you'll be prompted to set the project's privacy settings. Here you have two main options. You can set the project to be visible to my workspace, which means everyone who is part of your workspace will have access to the project and can contribute to it depending on their role. This is a great option when working on something that requires input or visibility across departments or teams. Alternatively, you can choose to make the project private to members, which restricts access to only those individuals you specifically invite to the project. This setting is ideal for confidential projects or early-stage work that isn't ready to be shared more broadly. One of the newer features you'll notice in this step is the Set with Asana AI option. This allows you to use Asana's artificial intelligence assistant to help you with project setup. By chatting with the AI, you can explain your goals or challenges, and it can automatically recommend project structures, task ideas, or even help organize your workflow. This feature is especially helpful for those who are new to project management or unsure how to best structure their work. Once your AI settings and privacy preferences are chosen, click the Continue button to proceed to the next step in the setup process. The next screen will prompt you to choose a view for your project. This is where Asana really shines in terms of flexibility. You can choose from a variety of layout styles depending on how you prefer to visualize your work. Some of these options are Asana's recommended views, which are based on your previous activity and the type of project you're creating. Others are popular views used by many teams around the world. Among these, you'll find Gantt view, which provides a visual timeline and is perfect for tracking deadlines and dependencies across tasks. There's also the Note view, which is great for brainstorming or keeping unstructured content. Calendar view shows your tasks laid out over a calendar grid, making it ideal for planning events or deadlines. Workload view helps you see how tasks are distributed across your team so you can balance workloads and avoid burnout. If none of the default suggestions appeal to you, you can click View More to browse additional layout options. This expands the list to include other less commonly used views, each offering a unique way to interact with your tasks and projects. This flexibility ensures that no matter how your brain works, whether you're a visual planner, a list lover, or someone who prefers timelines, you'll find a view that supports your productivity style. For this walkthrough, I'll go ahead and select the Gantt view because it provides a high-level visual overview of the project timeline, which is perfect for managing deadlines and tracking task progress in a linear format. With the view selected, the final step is to click Create Project. This confirms all your settings and officially launches the project inside your workspace. The project is now live and ready for tasks, milestones, and collaboration. You'll be taken directly into the project dashboard, where you can start building out the structure, assigning tasks, setting due dates, and collaborating with your teammates. This newly created project is now part of your workflow and can be accessed from your homepage under My Workspace or through the Team section you sorted earlier. Now at the top right side, click the Home option. This is where your journey into Asana begins. Once you click Home, you'll be directed to the initial screen that serves as the central starting point of your Asana experience. Here at the very start of your page, you will find a variety of popular options that people frequently use, especially during their trial period. These options are displayed in a way that encourages you to explore key features and functionalities right away. These suggestions are curated based on what most new users typically want to try first, helping you get accustomed to the workspace quickly. Among the choices available, you can select the Get Started option to begin with any of the featured tools or guided experiences. This is a great starting point if you're unsure where to begin or want a structured approach to exploring everything Asana has to offer. Now, once you're familiar with the home screen, shift your focus to the right side of the interface and click the My Tasks option. This section is specifically designed to house all the tasks that are assigned to you personally. Once you're inside the My Tasks section, look at the top and you'll see an option called List. This list acts as your default task view, displaying everything in a categorized and easy to read layout. You can rename this list to something that feels more intuitive to you or is more descriptive of how you want to organize your tasks. Additionally, you can copy this list, if you want to use the same structure in a different project or for another purpose. It allows for flexibility and duplication so that you don't have to rebuild everything from scratch when managing similar workflows. Under this list option, there will be a comprehensive list of everything in your task section. This includes all of your ongoing tasks, tasks that are yet to be completed, any overdue tasks, and even those that have been newly assigned to you. Then scroll down within the My Tasks section and you'll come across the Recently Assigned Tasks option. This section automatically captures and displays all tasks that have been assigned to you most recently, giving you a quick way to see what's new without having to search manually. This feature is particularly useful for staying up to date with new assignments and ensuring that nothing slips through the cracks. If you want to add more tasks to this section manually, simply press the plus icon. This plus icon acts as a shortcut to create a new task right within this view. When you add a new task, the system will prompt you to give it a name. Choose a name that clearly reflects the action or goal that the task represents. Clear naming makes it easier for you and others to understand what the task is about at a glance. Once the task is created and added to the list, you can double-click on any task to open its full details. Doing so brings up the complete task view, which shows all associated information like due dates, comments, attachments, tags, and assignee details. You can also make changes or updates in this view, such as editing the task description, changing the due date, adding collaborators, or updating the status. Then, after the Recently Assigned Tasks section, you'll come across the Due Today option. This section is designed to help you plan and focus on tasks that need to be completed on the current day. It's a useful way to filter your attention and efforts toward what's most pressing. Beside the Due Today section, you'll notice a small three-dot icon. Click on this three-dot icon to open a contextual menu. From this menu, you have several options. You can rename the section to something more specific. You can add a new section altogether. You can duplicate the existing section if you want the same structure somewhere else, or you can delete the section entirely if it no longer serves a purpose. These customization options let you tailor your task organization to your specific workflow. Inside the Due Today section, you can begin entering tasks that are due or need to be addressed immediately. This lets you zero in on the most important actions for the day. After that, there's another section called Due Next Week. This section serves a similar purpose, but is specifically for tasks that are not urgent today but need attention in the upcoming week. You can enter tasks here with the understanding that they are scheduled to be done in the near future. This creates a clear separation between your daily priorities and your upcoming work, making your task management more strategic and less overwhelming. Following this is another section labeled Due Later. This is where you can park tasks that are important but not time sensitive. Tasks that go in this section are usually those without fixed deadlines or that can be postponed until you've cleared more immediate priorities. It's a good place to store ideas, long-term goals, or tasks that are waiting on input from others. By categorizing tasks into Due Today, Due Next Week, and Due Later, Asana helps you manage your time more effectively and maintain a balanced workload. Then at the very bottom of the My Tasks section, you'll see the Add Section option. Clicking on this lets you create your own custom sections within the task view. When you add a new section, you can name it whatever you like. This could be something project-specific like client feedback or process-based like waiting for review. You have full flexibility to organize your tasks in a way that matches your style or the needs of your team. This makes your personal task manager inside Asana completely customizable. In front of all the tasks listed, there's an icon that allows you to add a due date. Click on this icon to open a date picker where you can choose the specific date by which the task should be completed. Setting due dates is a key part of effective time management because it provides a visual deadline and helps prioritize what needs to be done sooner rather than later. It also assists in tracking project timelines and making sure that every step of the workflow is aligned with broader objectives. Next, beside each task, you'll see an option labeled Only Me. Clicking on this opens a drop-down menu with several task-specific actions. Here you can choose to duplicate the task, which creates an exact copy of the current task. This is useful if you have recurring tasks or need a template for similar assignments. You can also create a follow-up task, which helps in chaining tasks or setting reminders for future actions related to the original task. Another option is Mark Complete, which will visually mark the task as done and update its status within your workspace. This is a satisfying way to track progress and keep your workspace clean. From this same menu, you also have the option to Convert To, which lets you change the format of a task, perhaps turning it into a subtask or a project. Then there's Open Task Details, which shows you the expanded view of the task where all fields and comments are accessible. Another action is Open a New tab, allowing you to focus on the task in a dedicated browser tab. This is useful when working on a task with many details or if you're juggling multiple windows. You can also copy task link, which copies a direct link to the task for easy sharing with teammates. Finally, there's a delete task option if the task is no longer needed. This menu is a one-stop hub for managing everything related to an individual task. Now when you click Mark Complete, the task will be visually marked as completed. It usually gets grayed out or moved to a different section depending on your view settings. This provides a satisfying visual cue that the task is finished, and it helps in maintaining a clean and focused task view. Marking tasks complete is one of the most fundamental features in task management, as it helps track what's been done and what still remains. Then select the Open Task Details option from the same drop-down. This opens a more detailed view of the selected task, giving you full access to all its elements. In this view you can see who the task is assigned to, the due date, and any tags or labels attached. Most importantly, you can add a task description here. The description field is a great place to provide background context, write out instructions or paste relevant information. This helps everyone involved in the task understand what needs to be done and why it's important. Next, you can also add comments to the task. Scroll down to the comments section within the task details view. Type your comment into the input field and then click the Add Comment button. Once you submit your comment, it becomes part of the task's activity log. This makes it easy to track conversations, updates, or decisions related to that specific task. Comments are a powerful way to keep communication contextual and reduce the need for external messages or follow-ups. Everything related to the task remains in one place, improving collaboration and clarity. Now go back and click on the board at the top of the Asana interface. This will bring you to a visual representation of your project where tasks are displayed in board-shaped sections. This view is especially useful for organizing your workflow visually, as it allows you to see tasks grouped by columns which might represent stages of a project like To Do, In Progress, and Done. Within this board layout you will find various sections that categorize your tasks. One of the useful sections available under this view is the Recently Assigned section. Here you'll be able to see all the tasks that have been recently assigned to you, giving you a clear picture of your immediate responsibilities. This section helps you keep track of what needs to be done without having to search through your entire project for recent updates. Once you are in the Recently Assigned section, if you wish to personalize or modify the name of a task to better reflect its purpose or to add more context, you can do this by clicking on the small pen icon located next to the task's title. This icon serves as an edit button that allows you to rename the task with just a few keystrokes. Customizing task names can make your board more intuitive and tailored to your specific project needs. Right below the task name, you will notice an option called Add Field. Clicking on this will allow you to introduce new fields to the task. These fields can include custom data points such as priority levels, estimated time to complete, department tags, or any other metadata that would help you or your team manage the task more efficiently. This feature is especially beneficial when you need to track more than just the basic task information and want to ensure that all relevant details are visible at a glance. Beneath these fields, there's another important section labeled Alerts. This section is crucial for keeping track of updates or deadlines related to each task. If you want to modify how these alerts are shown or what they are labeled as, you can again click the pen icon to edit this part of the task. These alerts are dynamically updated based on dates and deadlines that are attached to the tasks, and they help in reminding you about approaching due dates or any updates made by collaborators. Under this alert section, you will also see a list of tasks that are associated with any dates, whether they are due dates or start dates. This helps in maintaining a chronological view of what needs to be prioritized. Having all tasks with associated dates displayed in one area means you can focus on time-sensitive work and avoid missing any critical deadlines. Now, when you return to the main tab, you will see that all your tasks are once again displayed in the familiar board-shaped format. You can interact with any of these tasks simply by clicking on them. Upon clicking, a detailed view will open where you can edit the task name, change assignees, update deadlines, add subtasks, or leave comments. This interactive view is the core of task management in Asana, giving you full control over every aspect of a task from a single screen. Next, head to the top menu and click on the calendar option. This view transforms your task management experience by providing a full visual calendar of your project. Here, every task with a due date will appear on its corresponding date in the calendar, allowing you to quickly assess your schedule and identify any days that may be overloaded with work. You can manage all dates of your projects here with ease. If you want to add a new task directly from this view, all you need to do is click on any date in the calendar and select Add Task. This will allow you to insert a new task assigned to that specific date without switching views or navigating away. Once you've familiarized yourself with the calendar layout, move to the top right corner of the interface and click on the Weeks option. This will let you toggle between viewing tasks by week or by month. Choosing between weekly and monthly views helps you zoom in for a detailed short-term view or zoom out for a broader long-term overview. This flexibility is particularly useful during project planning phases or sprint reviews when evaluating how tasks are distributed over time. Following that, look for the Filter option in the top menu. Clicking on this will open up filtering capabilities that help you narrow down tasks based on their status. You can filter to see only incomplete tasks if you want to focus on what still needs to be done, or only completed tasks if you're reviewing past work. Additionally, there's an option to create and apply custom filters based on specific criteria such as assignee, due date, tags, or priority. These filters allow you to personalize the task display according to what's most relevant for your workflow. Now that you've explored the calendar and filtering tools, proceed to the top navigation bar and select the Dashboard option. This section offers visual data representations of your project's progress. One of the tabs you will encounter here is the Completed Task tab, which shows a list or chart of all tasks that have been finished. If you wish to modify any of these dashboards, you can simply click on the pen icon located within that tab to edit its title or the criteria it tracks. This allows you to customize the dashboard to reflect metrics that are most meaningful for your team. In addition to the completed tasks, the dashboard includes other tabs for incomplete tasks, overdue tasks, and total tasks. These tabs provide a comprehensive overview of the project's current state and help you identify where attention is needed. You can also find a graphical representation of total tasks by section, which gives a breakdown of how many tasks are in each part of your project, such as design, development, or testing. This visualization helps in identifying bottlenecks or imbalances in task allocation. Moving further through the dashboard, there's a section that shows tasks by completion status for the upcoming month. This graphically forecasts how many tasks are expected to be completed within that time frame, giving insight into the team's upcoming workload. You will also see visual data on total tasks by project and a graph labeled Task Completion over time. This particular graph is useful for performance tracking, as it reveals trends in how efficiently tasks are being completed over a given period. Next, go to the top of the interface once more and click on the Files option. This brings you to a centralized location where all attachments related to tasks and messages within the project are stored. Whether it's images, documents, spreadsheets, or PDFs, all files that have been uploaded are accessible here. If no files have been attached to your project yet, this area will appear empty. However, once attachments have been added, they will automatically populate this section, making it easy to find and reference important documents. From here, go back to the top and click on the plus icon. This button is used to add new views or components to your workspace. A small menu will appear with several options, including List, Board, Calendar, and Note. Click on List to add a new list view to your project. This view displays your tasks in a linear, detailed format, which is ideal for structured text-based project management. After clicking, you'll see that the list view has been successfully added to your project layout. Click on the plus icon once again, and this time choose Calendar. Doing so will add an additional calendar tab to your project. This is useful when managing multiple calendars for different teams or timelines within the same project. Being able to toggle between different calendars ensures that your planning remains organized and that no deadlines are missed. Click the plus icon once more, then select Note from the menu. This will allow you to add a note section to your project. Notes can be used for meeting summaries, brainstorming ideas, documenting key decisions, or writing down reminders. Once the Note tab is added, you can enter a title for your note and start typing. Notes can be saved, revisited, and edited at any time, which makes them a versatile tool for project documentation. Within the Note interface, you'll find various options for formatting text. If you want to customize your text, you can click on the small plus icon beside the note's text title. This will reveal a variety of formatting options such as bold, italics, underline, bullet points, headings, and even embedding links or images. These tools let you enhance the content and visual clarity of your notes, turning them into rich, informative documents rather than plain text entries. Finally, navigate to the top right corner of the interface and click on the Share option. This is where you manage the privacy and sharing settings of your project. Here you can control who has access to the project by choosing between private, team only, or public settings. You can also invite teammates to collaborate on the project by entering their name or email address in the provided field. Once invited, your teammates will receive an email notification and be granted access to the project depending on the permissions you assign. This facilitates smooth collaboration and ensures that everyone involved in the project has access to the necessary information and tasks. Begin by navigating to the left sidebar and clicking on the inbox. Within the inbox, select the Activity tab to view all alerts and messages related to your projects. This section provides a comprehensive overview of recent activities, ensuring you stay informed about updates and changes. Whether it's a teammate completing a task, a deadline being moved, or a comment added to a discussion thread, the Activity tab keeps everything in one place so you don't miss a beat. You can easily skim through updates or click into specific items for more detailed context. Notifications are grouped by project and timestamp, making it easier to follow the sequence of changes. This intuitive layout ensures that even if you're managing multiple projects simultaneously, you won't lose track of what's going on in each. You'll see which tasks were updated recently, which ones had new comments added, or which ones were completed or reassigned. This can be especially helpful when collaborating in large teams or across different time zones, as you can always catch up on what has changed since your last login. Next, click on the Archive tab to access messages you've previously archived. If you haven't archived any messages yet, this section will appear empty. Archiving messages doesn't delete them, it simply removes them from your active view to reduce clutter. This makes it easier to focus on what's new or still pending action. To archive all current notifications, return to the Activity tab, scroll down and click on the Archive All Notifications option. This action moves all messages to the Archive tab, allowing for a cleaner, more focused inbox where only the most relevant or recent updates are visible. It's a good practice to archive messages once you've reviewed or taken action on them. Doing so not only keeps your inbox tidy but also helps reduce cognitive load, especially when you're juggling multiple tasks and projects. It's important to regularly declutter the Activity tab to maintain efficiency. Archived messages can always be revisited, so nothing is lost in the process. To view the details of any archived message, simply click on it. This will display all pertinent information associated with that message, including the sender, date and time, the associated task or project, and any actions taken. This detailed view helps provide context to the message, which is useful when you need to refer back to a conversation or verify a decision. If you wish to move a message back to the inbox for quick access or follow-up, use the available option within the message view. This flexibility allows you to manage your communication flow and prioritize messages as your work evolves. For instance, if you realize that a previously archived message contains information you now need to act upon, you can quickly bring it back into your active view without any hassle. For managing your notification preferences, click on Manage Notifications. Here you'll find various settings to customize how and when you receive notifications, ensuring they align with your workflow. You can specify whether you want to be notified about task assignments, due date changes, comments, mentions, project changes, and more. Adjusting these settings can significantly reduce distractions while ensuring you still receive critical updates. If you're a team leader or manager, you might prefer to receive notifications only for project-level changes or when someone tags you directly. On the other hand, if you're a team member responsible for task execution, you may want more granular notifications. Additionally, by clicking on the three-dot menu located within the notification pane, you can access options like Expand Notifications, which allows you to see full message content without having to open them individually, and Archive All, which is useful for quickly clearing your inbox once you've reviewed updates. These features allow you to maintain a streamlined experience tailored to your personal preferences and working style. Proceed to the Insights section located on the left corner of your screen and select the Reporting option. This area allows you to customize your dashboard to monitor progress and performance effectively. Reporting gives you a bird's-eye view of your projects, empowering you to make data-informed decisions. You'll find two primary options, My Team and My Company. Begin by selecting My Team, then choose your specific workspace under the Choose Your Team drop-down. This ensures that the data you're working with is scoped to the right group of collaborators. Once you've selected your team, you'll be presented with various reporting widgets and chart types, each designed to visualize different aspects of your team's performance and workload. Once your team is selected, decide on the charts that best represent the data you're interested in. Options may include task completion rates, overdue tasks, productivity over time, project milestones, and more. These visualizations help you see trends, identify bottlenecks, and track progress toward your goals. After making your selections, click on Create My Dashboard. Within a few seconds, a new dashboard will be generated, displaying information about your tasks in various graphical formats. This visual representation aids in tracking progress and identifying areas that require attention. You can hover over data points to get specific figures, filter by date ranges, or switch views to better understand trends and patterns. Custom dashboards not only help with internal reporting, but are also great tools to present to stakeholders or upper management during meetings. At the top left of the dashboard, you'll notice the Add Widgets option. Clicking on this allows you to incorporate additional elements into your dashboard. You can choose from custom charts, template charts, or text options. The custom chart option lets you build your own graphs by selecting the data sources and metrics that matter most to your team. The template charts offer ready-made visualizations based on common use cases, saving time if you're unsure where to start. The text widget can be used to add context notes or commentary about what the data represents. Select the desired chart type and it will be added to your dashboard, enhancing your ability to monitor specific metrics. As your needs evolve, you can return to the Add Widgets section to expand or update your dashboard without losing your previous configurations. Moving on, click on the Portfolio option located on the left side. Here, select Explore Portfolios to view your existing portfolios. Portfolios are collections of projects grouped together to provide a high-level overview of progress, workload, and performance. You'll see entries like My First Portfolio, which aggregates all your active projects. Each project tile in the portfolio view shows its name, progress bar, owner, and last updated status. This gives you a snapshot of how things are moving across multiple efforts at once. Any updates within these projects will be reflected under the Status tab. Clicking on a specific update will provide detailed information about that project, such as upcoming deadlines, recently completed milestones, roadblocks, and comments from team members. Scrolling down within this view allows you to reply to messages and engage with project updates directly, all without having to leave the portfolio dashboard. Portfolios are especially useful for program managers or executives who oversee multiple initiatives and need a quick way to assess status across the board. Next, navigate to the Goals option on the left sidebar. This section enables you to set and manage objectives effectively. Goals help your team stay aligned by tracking the bigger picture. Begin by entering a title for your goal and selecting a relevant time period. After clicking Continue, you can divide the main goal into two sub-goals, each with its own time frame. Sub-goals allow you to break large objectives into smaller, more manageable targets, which helps in maintaining momentum and tracking incremental progress. Once you've defined these, click on Create 3 Goals to establish your strategy map. This automatically generates a visual map that connects your goals, allowing you to understand how smaller tasks contribute to larger objectives. The strategy map offers a visual representation of your goals, illustrating how they interconnect. This map provides a comprehensive overview, allowing you to track progress and ensure alignment with your objectives. Each node in the map represents a goal or sub-goal, and lines between them show dependencies or relationships. You can click into any node to see more details, update progress, assign team members, and set deadlines. The color-coded progress bars help you quickly identify which areas are on track and which need attention. To create additional goals, click on the Create Goal button located at the top center of the page. This opens up a form where you can define new objectives, select related projects, assign owners, and link sub-goals. If you wish to filter goals based on time periods, use the Time Periods option at the top. This feature helps in focusing on specific timelines and assessing progress accordingly. Whether you're planning for a quarter, a year, or a custom duration, time filters give you clarity on what's due when. To add highlights to a goal, click on the pen icon, then select Add. Here you can assign an owner to the highlight, ensuring accountability and clarity. Highlights can include achievements, blockers, major changes, or anything worth tracking over time. They are especially helpful during check-in meetings or quarterly reviews, as they offer a concise summary of progress and challenges. For better visualization, use the plus icon at the top to zoom in, and the minus icon to zoom out of the strategy map. This makes it easier to navigate through large, complex maps or to get a closer view of specific goal relationships. The ability to zoom in and out is particularly useful when your map includes many interconnected objectives, or if you're presenting the map to a group. To view team-specific goals, select the Team Goal option, and to focus on your personal objectives, click on My Goals. These filters allow you to switch between different perspectives easily. If you need to share your goal page, use the Copy Link option located at the top right corner, facilitating easy sharing with stakeholders. This link provides view access to others, allowing them to stay informed or contribute where needed. Sharing these links can streamline collaboration and ensure transparency across departments or teams. Mastering Asana for optimal project and task management. Asana is a powerful tool designed to streamline your team's collaboration and improve productivity. Whether you're managing tasks on a personal level or overseeing multiple projects with a team, Asana helps ensure that everyone stays on track and that all work aligns with strategic objectives. In this guide, we will walk through the essential steps to successfully set up your workspace, manage projects, communicate with your team, and customize your Asana experience to best suit your needs, inviting team members and building your workspace. First, begin by locating the Invite Team Member button, which is situated in the bottom left corner of your Asana dashboard. This is your gateway to building out your workspace and collaborating efficiently with colleagues, clients, or other stakeholders. When you click this button, a new dialog window will open up, giving you several options for inviting new people to join your workspace. You can choose to invite individuals by entering their email addresses manually, or you can use preset groups and integrations depending on your organization's setup. This flexibility ensures that you can tailor the invitation process to suit your team's specific structure. To begin inviting, type in the email address of the person or people you'd like to bring into your workspace. Start by entering the email address of the person you want to invite. After that, you can add them to a project by selecting one from your list of projects. Then simply click the Send button. Once they accept your invitation, they will be added to your workspace. Next, go to the top left corner of your screen and click on the Create button. When you click this, a menu will appear with various options like Task, Messages, Project, Portfolio, Goal, and Invite. From these options, select Messages. In the Messages section, you can add your friends' names and the project names. For example, you can type a greeting like "Hi" or anything you'd like. This area helps you stay connected with your team and see updates about tasks. Now click on the Projects tab. This section gives you a complete overview of all your projects. You can explore each project and see its progress, members, and tasks. After that, click on the Portfolio tab. This will show you all the portfolios associated with your workspace. Portfolios help you group related projects and track high-level progress across multiple initiatives. Then click on the More option. Under this menu, you'll find several additional tools and features. One important function is searching for Manage. When you search for it, you'll see options like Manage Orders and Manage Settings. Now let's select a specific project, for example the Jimmy project. Click on it and you'll see that the project is now open. Scroll down and you'll find options like Project Intake, Goal Management, and Project Management. These sections help you manage your team's workflows in a more structured and effective way. Further down the page, you'll see an area labeled Drag and Drop New Widgets. This allows you to customize your home background. Click on the Customize option and you'll see a variety of color themes for your home screen. Choose any color you like to give your workspace a more personalized feel. Next, you'll notice the option to add widgets. These widgets can show things like project status, updates, or notes. You can even drag a portfolio into this area or add a private notepad which is visible only to you. Now return to your first portfolio and click on the 3 lines icon in the top left corner of the screen. This opens a new menu with options like settings and several others. From here you can also change your theme color. Just select any color you like and your theme will update immediately. Click the arrow icon beside the project name to access the project settings panel. This is where you can update important project details such as its name, visibility, color tag, and icon. If you want the project to stand out in your sidebar, try assigning it a bold color and a unique icon. You can even upload a custom image, perhaps your client's logo or an internal symbol, which will appear next to the project name and be visible to everyone with access. Lastly, explore the Project Dependencies feature, which you'll find in the project menu. Dependencies allow you to link tasks together in a logical sequence. For instance, you can mark task B as dependent on task A, meaning task B can't start until task A is complete. This helps avoid confusion, clarify timelines, and ensure that your entire team is aligned on what needs to happen and when. You can also visualize these relationships using Asana's timeline view, which maps everything out like a Gantt chart. It's a must-have for keeping your projects on schedule and running smoothly. Buffer settings and data imports to task prioritization and user permissions. 1. Managing the buffer settings. One of the most underrated aspects of project planning is accounting for delays. This is where buffer settings come into play. Think of buffer time as a built-in cushion between tasks. It helps absorb delays, provides review windows, or simply gives your team breathing room. In Asana, buffer settings are accessible from the Project Settings panel. Here's how you can use them effectively. Maintain buffer ensures that even when tasks shift, your scheduled breathing room stays intact. This is especially valuable for tasks that require approvals or involve third-party dependencies. Consume buffer activates Asana's dynamic adjustment feature. If a task runs late, it uses up the buffer without affecting downstream deadlines immediately. None is ideal for workflows that require precision timing, such as sprint planning in software development, where tasks are deliberately stacked without gaps. Pro tip: buffers are vital in industries like marketing, construction, and event planning, anywhere that external factors might impact deliverables. Once you've fine-tuned these settings, make sure to scroll to the bottom of the panel and click Save Changes. Skipping this step means your preferences won't be applied. 2. Sharing the project. No project exists in isolation. In Asana, collaboration is made effortless through shareable project links. When your project is ready for team input or stakeholder review, simply click Copy Project Link. This creates a unique URL you can share via email, Slack, or Microsoft Teams. Other Asana projects' internal knowledge bases. Depending on your access settings, the person clicking the link can either view, comment, or fully edit the project. If you need tighter control, we'll cover those access levels in detail below. Also, right next to the share link is a duplicate project button. This is a real time saver when you're running recurring projects such as monthly reporting, seasonal campaigns, employee onboarding. When duplicating, you can choose which elements to carry over: tasks, timelines, collaborators, and more, making it easy to maintain consistency and save time. 3. Importing data into the project. Starting fresh, migrating from another platform. Asana's import feature is your bridge. Supported formats include CSV files, Create a spreadsheet with columns for task name, assignee, due date, tags, etc. Asana will guide you through mapping these fields. Email imports forward an email to your unique Asana task address and watch it become an actionable task, perfect for support tickets or client requests. Example use case: import your legacy project list from Excel into Asana in under 5 minutes and maintain all due dates and assignees during migration. This import capability reduces human error and brings all work into one centralized hub. How to duplicate a task in Asana? Let's start by learning how to duplicate a task. First, click on My Tasks from the left sidebar, then choose the project where your task is located. Find the task you want to duplicate, click the 3 dots next to the task title. This will open the task options menu. From the menu, select Duplicate Task. A pop-up will appear asking you what parts of the task you want to copy, such as assignee, who it's assigned to, due date, attachments, subtasks, tags, comments. Choose the options you want depending on whether you want an exact copy or just the task details. Click Create New Task. That's it. You now have a brand new copy of the task, ready to edit, reassign, or move to another project as needed. How to download Asana for desktop. Now let's talk about how to download Asana for your desktop. Open your browser like Chrome, Safari, or Edge. Search for Asana using Google or directly type asana.com into the address bar. Click on the first link that appears. It will take you to Asana's official website. On the website, you'll see 2 options. Download for desktop, open in browser. Click on Download for desktop. The download will start automatically. Once it's finished, open the downloaded file. Follow the installation steps. It's quick and simple, usually just clicking install. Once installed, open the Asana app, log into your account, and you're ready to start managing your tasks directly from your desktop without needing a browser. How to use Asana for task management. Finally, here's how you can use Asana to manage your tasks effectively. In Asana, click on the Create button, usually found at the top of your workspace. Then select Task. This is how you create a new task. Enter a clear task name, something simple and specific, like write blog post or prepare meeting agenda. Click Create Task to save it inside your project. Once your task is created, you can add a description, give detailed information about what needs to be done. Set a due date so you or your team know when the task must be completed. Assign the task, choose the person responsible for completing it. Create subtasks, break a big task into smaller steps to make it easier to manage. As you work, mark tasks as complete once they're finished. Use the comments section inside a task to ask questions, share updates, communicate clearly with teammates, attach important files like PDFs, images, or spreadsheets directly to the task so everything you need is easily accessible. Asana also offers views like Calendar View, List View, and Board View to help you visualize and organize your tasks better. Plus, you can track all your assigned work under My Tasks, making it super easy to stay on top of everything. To integrate Asana with Google Calendar, first open the Asana project that you want to connect. Then click on the Customize button located in the top right corner of the project page. Scroll down to the Apps section and click on Add App. A new page will open showing a variety of app options you can integrate with Asana. Find and click on Google Calendar at the top of the list. After selecting it, you will see an Add to Project button. Click on it to begin the integration process. Once you click Add to Project, another prompt will appear asking you to connect your Google Calendar account. Click on Connect to Google Calendar and a permission window will pop up. Asana will request access to your Google Calendar to manage events and tasks. Review the permissions and then click Allow to grant access. After approving your Asana tasks along with their due dates, will be automatically synced with your Google Calendar. This integration makes it much easier to view all your important deadlines and project milestones directly within your calendar, helping you stay better organized and manage your time more efficiently. Now I will tell you how to integrate Asana with Slack. First, open the Asana project you want to connect. Then click on Customize in the top right corner. Scroll down to the Apps section and click on Add App. In the list of available apps, find and click on the Slack app. Then click on Add to Project. After that, click on Connect to Slack. A permission window will pop up. Click Allow to give Asana access to your Slack workspace. Next, enter the Slack workspace URL where you want to connect the project and click Continue. Once you complete these steps, your Asana project will be successfully connected to Slack. You will now be able to create tasks, receive notifications, and get updates directly in your Slack channels, helping your team stay organized and respond faster. How to make someone an admin in Asana. If you're in an organization like a company setup, go to the admin console, click your profile photo top right corner. Select Admin Console from the drop-down. Open the Members tab in the Admin Console, click Members to see a full list of people in your organization. Find the person you want to make admin, search for the user's name or scroll through the list. Change their role, click the three dots next to their name. Select Make Admin, that's it. Now that person has admin permissions and can manage members, billing and settings. Important, only existing admins can promote someone else to admin. In workspaces, smaller, more casual groups, everyone is an admin automatically, no need to assign it. How to use Asana Inbox. Click on Inbox in the sidebar. Review your notifications. Each item will show what changed or who interacted with your tasks. Click on any notification to jump directly to that task, project or conversation. You can mark notifications as read. Archive them when you're done, or filter them to see only the most important updates. Use the filters at the top, like assigned to me or mentions, to stay focused on what matters most. Now I will tell you how to integrate Asana with Notion. First, open your Asana project and click on Customize in the top right corner. Then click on Add under the Apps section. You will see a list of available apps. Scroll down and click on Notion. After that, click Add to Project. Once clicked, a window will appear prompting you to connect to Notion. You will be redirected to a page with different options to continue, like Google, Apple, or Microsoft. I selected Google to sign in. After signing in, a page will open asking you how you want to use Notion for work, personal life, or school. I selected for personal life and clicked Continue. Next, it will ask you how you plan to use Notion, and I clicked My Own Use, then clicked Continue. A new page will load asking you about your interests. I chose books and media and clicked Continue. The next step will prompt you to select a page in Notion where you want the integration to be linked. After selecting the appropriate page, click Allow Access to grant Asana permission to integrate with Notion. Once this is done, your Asana and Notion accounts are successfully integrated, and you can begin syncing tasks, projects, or any relevant data between the two platforms. How to manage event planning in Asana. Step-by-step guide. Planning an event can be overwhelming, but Asana makes it easier by helping you organize tasks, assign responsibilities, and keep track of deadlines. Here's a complete guide on how to manage event planning using Asana's powerful features. 1. Creating a new project. Start by clicking on the Create button in the top navigation bar. then select Project. Choose Use a template from the options provided. This helps you start with a pre-designed structure that fits your needs. You'll now be directed to the project settings page, where you can customize different aspects of your project. Click on the Use Template button to proceed. Enter a project name that clearly reflects your event, for example, Annual Company Gala. Next, set your project visibility. Choose whether the project will be public, visible to the entire team, or private, only accessible to selected members. Click Next to move forward. You'll then be prompted to set the project end date. This is useful for staying on schedule. Finally, click Create Project. Your event planning project is now set up and ready to go. 2. Using the Asana calendar view, click on the Calendar tab at the top of your project workspace. The calendar view shows you all your tasks by date, making it easier to see what needs to be done and when. To add a task to a specific date, hover over the date and click the Add button. Enter the task name. This could be the name of the event or an important milestone, for example, book venue or send invitations. You can click into the task to add details such as description, due time, attachments, and assign it to a team member. 3. Setting up workflow and assigning tasks. Click on the Workflow tab from your project menu. This allows you to visualize and customize how tasks move through different stages. Under the Overview section, find the Add Assignee option. This is where you can assign people to specific tasks or roles in the workflow. Click the plus icon to search for and select a team member. Assign responsibilities clearly so everyone knows what they're in charge of. Once you've configured your workflow and assigned team members, click Publish to make your changes live. 4. Using the board view to organize tasks, switch to the board view by clicking the Board tab. This view displays your project as columns, great for tracking progress visually. Click on the 3 dots in the top right corner of the board to open more options. Select Add Section. You'll be given the choice to add the section to the left or right of existing sections. Click Add Section to Right to create a new column at the end of the board. Give your section a meaningful name, for example, Catering, Marketing, Logistics. Within each section, click Add Task to start creating individual tasks relevant to that category. Each task can have a due date, assignee subtasks, comments, and attachments to keep everything organized. How to track time in Asana. Step-by-step guide. Time tracking in Asana allows you to stay on top of how long tasks take, compare estimated time with actual work hours, and manage workloads more efficiently. Here's how to enable and use time tracking in your project. 1. Open your project. Start by navigating to the Asana project where you want to track time. 2. Add time tracking fields at the top of the project. Click on the Extensions tab. From the drop-down menu, select Fields. Click the Add button to insert a new field into your task list. In the drop-down that appears, search or scroll to find the Time Your Work section. You will now see several options like Estimated Time, Actual Time, and other custom time-related fields. Click on Actual Time and then click Done to add it to your project. Repeat the process by clicking on Estimated Time, then click Done. This will also be added to your project fields. 3. Set time estimates and track actual time. Once both fields are added, go back to your project list view. Under the Estimated Time column, click the empty box next to a task and enter the number of hours or minutes you expect the task to take. Then under the actual time column, you can manually enter the time spent or start the timer if your workspace has a time tracking integration like Harvest or EverHour. 4. Start the time tracker if integrated. If you've connected a time tracking tool like Harvest, EverHour or Toggle to Asana, you will see a Start Timer button or time tracking icon next to the task. Click Start Timer to begin tracking your work in real time. The tool will automatically log time to the actual time field or inside the integrations dashboard. How to integrate Asana with GitHub. Step-by-step guide. Integrating GitHub with Asana allows you to link commits, branches, and pull requests directly to your Asana tasks. This makes it easier for development teams to stay in sync with project progress and task updates. Follow these steps to set up the integration. 1. Open your Asana projects. Start by opening the Asana project where you want to enable the GitHub integration. 2. Customize the project and add GitHub. Click on the Customize button in the top right corner of the project. In the customization panel, scroll down to find the Apps section. Click on the Add App button. Scroll through the available apps or use the search bar to find GitHub. Click on the GitHub option. After a few moments, a setup page will open. 3. Connect GitHub to your project. On the setup page, click on Add to Project. A new window will open asking you to connect to GitHub. Click the Connect to GitHub button to begin the authentication process. 4. Authorize GitHub access. You'll be redirected to a GitHub permissions page. Click on Allow to grant Asana access to your GitHub account. A login prompt will appear if you're not already signed into GitHub. Enter your email address and password, then click Continue. If two-factor authentication is enabled on your GitHub account, enter the verification code sent to your device. Click Continue to complete the connection. GitHub is now integrated with Asana. Accessing reporting tools. In the left sidebar of Asana, scroll down to the reporting section. Click on Reporting to open the reporting dashboard. Here you can see default charts or create custom dashboards to suit your needs. Using the Dashboard tab in a project. Within any project, click the Dashboard tab at the top. The dashboard provides visual charts, bar charts, donut charts, etc. that reflect your project's data. By default, you may see metrics like tasks completed versus incomplete, tasks by assignee, tasks by due date, status, on time, overdue, etc. Creating custom charts inside the dashboard. Click plus Add Chart. Choose a chart type: bar, line, donut, number, etc. Define what data you want to show. Tasks by assignee to see who is handling the most work. Tasks by status to track progress. Tasks by section or tag, useful for organizing and categorizing work. Now I will guide you on how to manage marketing using Asana. First, click on the Create button located at the top of your Asana dashboard, and then select Project from the drop-down menu. Next, choose the option to use a template to save time and use a pre-built structure. From the template categories, select Marketing. You will now see a variety of marketing-related templates, such as marketing campaign, content calendar, social media plan, or product launch. Choose the one that best fits your needs. After selecting the template, you can now customize several important settings. Enter a clear and descriptive project name. Assign it to a specific team. Choose whether the project should be public or private, and set the start and end dates if needed. Once all the settings are configured, click Create Project to launch your marketing workspace. From here you can start organizing your tasks, assigning responsibilities to your team members, setting due dates, and tracking progress as your marketing efforts move forward. How to integrate Asana with Jira. Step-by-step guide. Integrating Asana with Jira allows teams to bridge the gap between business and engineering. While Asana helps manage planning and task tracking, Jira is often used by development teams for bug tracking, sprint planning, and agile workflows. With this integration, both teams stay aligned without needing to switch platforms. 1. Begin by opening the Asana project where you want to connect Jira. This is usually a project that involves collaboration with development teams. 2. Customize the project. Click the Customize button in the top right corner of the project view. In the sidebar that opens, scroll down to the Apps section. Click Add App to open the list of available integrations. 3. Find and select Jira. In the app search bar, type Jira. Click on the Jira Cloud app from the results. You'll be taken to a setup page where you can begin the connection process. 4. Connect your Jira account. On the setup screen, click Add to Project. A new window will open prompting you to connect your Jira account. Click Connect to Jira. You'll be redirected to a login screen where you need to enter your Jira site URL, for example, yourcompany.atlassian.net. Then log in with your Atlassian account credentials. If prompted, grant Asana permission to access your Jira data by clicking Allow. 5. Complete the integration. Once the connection is established, return to your Asana project. You'll now see an option to link Jira issues to Asana tasks. Click into a task and look for the Jira field in the task pane. You can now create new Jira issues directly from Asana. Link existing Jira issues. View the status of linked issues right inside Asana. Jira is now integrated with Asana. Now I will guide you on how to integrate Asana with Clockwise to better manage your time and schedule. Start by opening any project in Asana where you want to enable the integration. Next, click on the Customize button located in the top right corner of your project view. In the Customization panel, scroll down to the Apps section and click on Add App. Then type Clockwise into the search bar and select it from the results. Click on Learn More to open the detailed setup page for Clockwise. Once the page loads, click on Get Started for free. You'll be prompted to sign in. Click Sign in with Google and select the Gmail account you want to use with Clockwise. Make sure to grant the necessary permissions so Clockwise can access your calendar and manage your time blocks. After signing in, Clockwise will be successfully connected to your Asana account. This integration allows you to automatically sync tasks from Asana with your calendar, and Clockwise will intelligently schedule focus time around those tasks to help you stay productive and avoid conflicts. It's especially useful for big professionals or teams who want to stay on top of deadlines without constantly adjusting their calendars manually. Now I will explain how to effectively manage sales pipelines in Asana. Step 1. Create your project. Start by clicking on Create and selecting Project. In the pop-up, choose the Sales Pipeline template from the available options and click Use Template. Next, give your project a clear and descriptive name and choose the appropriate workspace where the project will live. Once that's done, click Create Project to get started. Step 2. Set up the project overview. After the project is created, navigate to the Overview tab. Here you can set a brief but informative project description to give your team clarity on the purpose and scope of the pipeline. Step 3. Add and manage team members. Click on Add Member to invite your teammates to the project. You can search for team members such as Johnny Depp and either remove them, assign them roles, or add new participants. To assign a specific responsibility, click on Add Role. Type in the role name, for example, Sales Manager or Client Liaison, and then click Done to save it. Step 4. Organize the sales process. Switch to the list view, where you can outline all topics, tasks, or stages in a structured checklist format. This view is great for keeping track of task details and progress. Then go to the board view to create visual sections for different pipeline stages such as leads, contacted, negotiation, and closed. You can easily drag and drop tasks between these stages as deals progress. Step 5. Plan with timeline. Click on the Timeline tab to view your tasks on a visual schedule. This helps you manage deadlines, track dependencies, and ensure your sales activities are on track. You can adjust start and due dates by dragging tasks on the timeline. Step 6. Monitor progress with dashboards. Go to the Dashboard tab, where you'll see an overview of your project's performance. Here you can view helpful charts and insights such as the number of completed versus incomplete tasks, team workload, and more. This is useful for tracking productivity and identifying bottlenecks. Step 7. Manage dates in calendar. In the calendar view, you can assign due dates to tasks and see them displayed in a monthly layout. This helps you plan weekly or monthly sales activities and avoid overlapping commitments. Step 8. Set up workflow automation. Finally, click on the Workflow tab to automate parts of your pipeline. For example, you can create rules to automatically assign tasks when they move stages or send reminders when deadlines approach. Setting up workflows ensures smoother operations and saves time on repetitive actions. We've now come to the end of our detailed and in-depth guide to using Asana, and we truly hope it has given you the clarity, tools, and confidence to use Asana effectively in your daily workflow, whether you're managing solo projects or leading a high-performing team. Throughout this tutorial, we explored the full range of Asana's features, starting with the basics like creating a new project, choosing from professionally designed templates, customizing workspaces, and setting up teams. We then moved into more advanced capabilities such as setting up workflows, using the calendar and board views, creating detailed timelines, tracking time, assigning work, and collaborating across departments or teams. You've also learned how to bring Asana to life with integrations. We showed you how to connect Asana with powerful tools like Gmail, GitHub, Clockwise, and Jira, so your entire work environment stays in sync. These integrations reduce the need to jump between platforms, save you time, and boost your overall productivity by centralizing everything in one place. We didn't stop at features. We walked through real-world scenarios like managing marketing campaigns, planning events, creating reports, and more. These examples showed you how flexible and adaptable Asana is, no matter what type of project or business you're in. By now you should feel well equipped to take full control of your projects, organizing tasks, tracking deadlines, setting priorities, and collaborating with clarity. Whether you're building a marketing plan, launching a product, or simply keeping your day organized, Asana can be your go-to tool for planning and execution. But remember, mastering a tool like Asana comes with practice. The more you use it, the more intuitive and powerful it becomes. Explore, experiment, and make it your own. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. Click the bell icon if you're on YouTube, so you'll be notified when we release more helpful tutorials like this one. Also, feel free to leave a comment or question below. We'd love to hear your feedback or help with anything else related to Asana. Thank you again for joining us on this journey. We hope you now feel more empowered and organized. Now it's time to put what you've learned into action, create your projects, assign tasks, set deadlines, and take control of your productivity. Good luck and happy planning with Asana.